can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they knew.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Watson now to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects? A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. First down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Ravens 7, Texans nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's got room. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Texans nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
From the gun, here's Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, Watson steps away to his left. A good decision in the end. The pull it and run gets him 9 yards and a first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Watson on 1st down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's taken down inside the 30. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Watson. Being chased out left. Incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again is Watson.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Ravens 28, Texans nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Operating from the gun, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. To throw is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
A year ago, Lamar Jackson led the league in touchdown passes with 36. and many of those went to his tight end, Mark Andrews, who went to the Pro Bowl in his second season in the league. He led all tight ends with 10 receiving touchdowns in 2019. Many people argue that he's Jackson's go-to guy. I say there's no doubt that that is his main target, and he goes to him again for a touchdown connection.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this with both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now an option play on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. 1st down and more for Jackson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. Well, I mean, Lamar Jackson, what more can we say at this point? He is a living, breathing highlight reel. And go ahead and tack on that last play to the list of big ones by number 8. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Ravens 42. Texans nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Watson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Check 41. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on second and long. Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Open man is QT, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Will Fuller was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Watson. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Fuller. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Flushed out right. He'll run it. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. A short kick taken at the 18, and they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear.
That is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. On is the punter Cook, who sends it away. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more there and another first down.
There's a good catch by David Johnson. Good enough for a first down. And remember, come out of the University of Northern Iowa, he had played receiver his first couple of years in college before shifting to running back. Used to seeing the ball in the air. And when he's on his game, he's an excellent pass receiver.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. To throw again, Watson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Again, it's Watson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's taken down inside the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Calais Campbell able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack, Watson. His throw incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there. Tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
3rd and long. It's Watson eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And now the 3rd-year man out of Rutgers is Gus Edwards. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. There's an option play right. Oh, what a move. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll get this down only to the 18. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Whitney merciless from his linebacker spot in to drop him in his tracks.
The 13-yard line.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
On the option, it's Jackson.
Fight, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken in the end zone, and Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Finish the game out. Yo, finish the game out. Come on. Yeah, your team need help.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here.
You got no O-line. Your team need help there.
About yourself as you move on to the next one.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking
So if you got no O-line.
First down on a 13-yard run. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Past the and now off to the races down the right side. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards on the ground.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form.